Hey guys, Mantis here. We're gonna get started with another coaching session. Let's get it. If you do like what you see, please comment, like, and sub. It really does help with the algorithm on YouTube. But if you want to review for yourself, just direct message me and I'll definitely get it done. Anyways, let's just get started. We have a Gold 1 EU West player, EU West, 269 games, 243 losses. He grinds the game, which is really good. Now, this guy is 28 wins, 12 losses, and he's messaging me like, I had a tough day today. Well, we're going to be looking at a game here against Elise. He said Elise really shot on him early, so we're going to be looking at that one. And usually I like looking at stomps. I think you might get a lot more information from a game like this one. That being said, you did ask for a specific game to be reviewed, and I'm not one to say no, usually. So let's get started. So 10, 10, 12. So with itemization and runes, I hope you're using the correct ones. I'm just going to assume you are. But when you review your own games, what you want to do is hit that overview button and look at the biggest gold swings, right? So here, there's a drop. What were you doing at this point of the game, right? And then there's another little drop right here. It's actually bigger than this drop, right? Elise kills Kindred, right? So that's you, right? And then another big drop right here. And usually it's like if you're winning and then you guys throw, it would be like a big shift in the gold, right? So here's like, I guess it's a team fight here, and yeah, and then you look at the time, 28 minutes, 18 minutes, 10 minutes, take a mental note, write it down, and then go into the replay and look yourself, right? And this is one of the best ways of doing it, especially when you don't really want to look at the replay for too long. Just look at the biggest swings, right? And if you're the culprit, usually you are, then yeah, you can make the change and become better. KY5, ha 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 ha. I mean, your name is legendary, I'm gonna be honest with you. Other than that, I'll just leave it at that. Blue side, okay. I really want to be seeing the way you use your cameras in the early game, right? And I'm just gonna show you an example of owner. And skipping ahead to when he does his jungle camps, right? I don't know if you're doing this, but you need to have hotkeys on your cameras, and you need to start assessing the lanes as soon as possible, right? So after the blue buff, you'll see a good example of him doing this, right? Right about now. He looks, he looks, he looks, he looks, right? And then skipping ahead, right here, he sees them fighting, he looks, skipping ahead here, looks again. Now he's assessing, do I go there or do I go to my red, right? And I definitely just said this in my previous video, but I'm going to say it to you as well, because I think it's important, and you might not watch the other video. Kha'Zix even showed up. Why? Because he's looking, right? So you need to start thinking like this, moving like this, acting like this, being like this, and if you don't, you just get left behind, right? Now with this, I know you said you don't know how to stream or record your videos. I think it's just a little bit laziness in wanting to actually learn how to do it. But I'm not going to pressure you into doing it, because that's just a waste of my time, right? If you truly don't want to or don't know how and you're not willing to learn how or do it, I'm going to just help you out the best way I can. So this is it right here. Okay, right off the bat, you want to be covering entrances. Okay, so just AFKing here is not the move. Don't ever do this again, right? You want to be covering entrances just in case they are invading. So you could walk up here, ward right here. I'll show you the spot. walk right here, ward right here, and then back and get a red trinket, oracle lens, whatever, red trinket, oracle lens, red trinket. And then also next level play is, instead of starting with a ward, you start with the red trinket. And then the reason for that is you wait here, and then the enemy wards this, and they back, and then you sweep, and you get free gold. So always something to think about. There's always the next level play. The next level play is always there. This is not the next level play, right? Do not just sit AFK, because if they do invade, if they do get wards, they gain an advantage on you, right? Luckily for you, they're not doing it this game, right? But League is a game of long term, right? Not short term, so you gotta always cover your grounds every time when you play. Jungle starts. Yeah, definitely. I just need to see what you're looking at, right? Because if you're playing like this, I'll look bottom now. But then you never look mid even once, you know, like you're making mistakes, right? But I don't know. I really don't know. At least level 3 ganks. So yeah, it's about assessing the situation, right? So is Elise gonna go gank this lane, or is she gonna go to the red, right? You're gonna have to understand this by, you know, just understand it, right? So there's two options that she can do, and if she does gank top lane right now, you're in trouble town because this guy's so low, right? So one thing you could do is actually just be proactive, and because you have red buff and she's sitting on blue, you can go invade her red while she's doing it. But it's about assessing the situation. So she just comes back for the gank, right? So if you did go for the invade, right, you would be in position to counter gank this, right? On top of that, do you know that Cassiopeia's flash is on cooldown, right? And if you know that Cassiopeia's flash on cooldown, you should know that she's out of position and that this gank could be coming, right? Because you did see Elise and the way she moved, right? So if you did walk up from the Raptors and all the way up here, you'd be around right here right now, and this would have been a much easier play. Perhaps you could have even actually gone ahead from it, right? But instead, you're just tunneling on your own camps, right? While there's opportunities all over the map to make plays, right? So she's going to go up, what? Do you think she's going to go to her red buff at 100 HP? Or do you think she's going to back like a good girl, yo? I think she's going to go straight to her camp, right? So this is an opportunity for you to steal, but instead, you're farming your own camps, right? This is where it comes back to looking at the map and understanding what's going on, right? All over the map. Especially with cameras, right? I noticed that like just a lot of low elo players just don't never look at the cameras, and she backed, right? So you could have easily have gotten this red buff. This is your red buff, right? And it's gone, you're late, right? So it's 4 minutes into the game and you've already missed opportunity to counter gank, opportunity to steal the red, an opportunity to perhaps even gank top lane, right? Because you're so focused on the path that you always do consistently, you're not actually expanding your thought processes to outside the box thinking. Again, just kick it back to this, right? Outside the box thinking by looking and assessing the situation across the map. And like, I'm just gonna repeat this, I guess, all the time for every jungler, right? Because I feel like it's just every jungler is kind of the same in where they need help. Here you're just chasing, and like her bot side's not even up, it's her top side. So you actually chase her into a favorable spot because she can just farm now and then gank top, right? Yeah, you should be up camps right now, man. Now you walk over wards. You walk over vision where you can just go the long way. You know the crab is done. Right, so this is going the long way, avoiding the wards or vision, and then it's a much cleaner gank, right? But like just walking over this is just, this is a bronze move, man. This is bronze. Hell. So what are these guys gonna do now? Back up? Oh my goodness, man. This, you walked, oh, okay. These players are bad. You know what these players are? I gotta write it down right now. These players are B-A-D bad. You should be easily climbing this ELO, and I've seen it too in your match history. You're just stomping half these guys every time. These guys are so trash. But yeah, you should not be 1-0 right now. You could be 2-0 with a much higher lead in the jungle, in the sense of stealing camps, right? And then here, this is a gank that just happens, right? You showed up bottom. Can't really do much about that gank. But you could have done things beforehand to help out Cassiopeia. Yawning a bit. My apologies. So yeah, at least middle. It just kind of just have to assess, right? And like when your laner's pinging for help, and you're at the other side of the map, don't worry about it, right? Just try your best just to not worry about it too much. Like I would even go as far as to mute this player, because he has no idea what you're doing. Because a good top laner would understand what a jungler is doing, and he wouldn't be spam pinging for help like this when he knows the jungler is at the other side of the map doing work, right? So yeah, this is just something that is noise in your ear while you play, and it's not that good, right? Look at this guy, he's fucking stupid. Now what? Now you go top because he's spam pinging you? I like this, but I like the idea of stealing camps, but I don't like the idea of walking over vision to steal the camp, right? So go the long way and go around, right? You don't have to go over vision, and all these guys are going to be spam pinging you, right? Ping. Wait a minute. Right there. 1 ping. 2 ping. So they know you're here, right? They know you're here. And you could have taken a path in which they don't know you're there. You said this Elise was shitting on you, bro. This is why I like to see games where you lose, right? Because I don't think this Elise is shitting on you at all. I just think your pathing is a little bit incorrect. So yeah, this is just comes back to they're pinging you, their eyes are on you, they know what's going on. She even flashes, right? It's like there's at least there's at least 6 eyeballs on the enemy team watching you right now, and even the support is probably looking at you too right now. You know what I'm saying? So there's probably 8 eyeballs on you right now, right? So when you take the most obvious path and the enemy team is spam pinging your path, plays like this happen in which you just die, right? Aatrox goes Mia, and you're like, I can just go here. Fuck, I'm safe, right? You're just like a little bit too cocky in your movement. Even Lulu knows that you're gonna be dying soon. Oh, maybe she doesn't. No, she doesn't. She had no idea. Yeah, so this is not Elise shitting on you. This is you just not being aware that you're walking over vision. All the enemies know what you're doing, your exact position, and then you're just moving confidently into fog as if you are the king of the jungle. You, sir, are not the king. This is the king right here. It happens, it's fine. You could have taken an easier path. I'm not sure why you path up and over like that, when you could have just pathed down and out, or even up into the golems to steal. or Q over the wall, it's just faster, right? You don't have to walk all around. Just Q over the wall and walk, right? Taking a long path. I'm not sure why you took this path. Maybe you wanted the wave? I'm not too sure. I don't understand this path. And the result is even worse. I'm not going to say much about that other than what I already said. It's fine. So Aatrox is pumping your team, and you just immediately go to Twitch. Okay, so just played a numbers game, right? Cassante, Lulu, Cassiopeia, you. 4v1. Okay. Half HP Twitch, Karthus, Ezreal, you. 2v2. Now considering this guy's HP, 2v1. So you're sprinting into a 2v1 when the obvious play is right in front of you, right? So when you're leaving base, you just have to assess, okay, what's going on here, which is the best play, right? Look how he's playing, man. You telling me you can't be here? You don't even go to your lane, you go to your red buff. This is a mistake by you. Oh, he does die. Maybe you thought that it'll be fine and they'll get the kill. And if that's so, then I understand why you're min-maxing your movement, and I agree with it. But if you didn't think like that, then I disagree with it, your movement. What are you gonna do here? Do you have sweeper? Or you just walk over wards and hope for the best? See, this is what happens when you try to make this bottom play, right? It's like you need your support. Like, I really dislike when junglers try to make a play bot lane when the ADC and support aren't together, because there are a lot of times that it just falls back on your face big time, right? And there is a ward right here, right? So you're walking over wards, they know exactly what's going on. Elise, in fact, sweep this area, so you have no idea what's going on, right? So the things I'm trying to tell you, this Elise is doing, right? Then you die, right? And could you have even placed your ward? Yeah, you have it. But yeah, get the red trinket. This is just... It's... Elise knew exactly what you're doing, you know? She had vision of you the entire time, and she played for that, right? So this is something you need to be very cautious of. Just making obvious movements over vision. And then this is the stuff that happens, right? They start taking over. It's Cassiopeia, man. So Cassiopeia is dead. Cassante's by tier 2. Twitch is here. And we have Ezreal and Veigar ready to rotate. Right? So what is your plan here? Are you gonna kill Elise, kill Aatrox, kill Veigar, kill Ezreal by yourself, steal the rift, and then escape into the distance? Let's see how you play it. Good. You don't fumble the bag there. Very nice. Don't chase. Don't you dare chase. You fumbled the bag. Just this place is now like, it's just a no-go zone, right? We don't go here. We don't chase into the river. We just farm our camps like a good boy, right? Farm our camps, right? There's no chasing. The wave is more important than Aatrox, because you're not gonna kill him. Even Ezreal had his ultimate ready for you, right? You're making obvious movements, right? And then when you show... Actually, did he show? Yeah, when you show you're giving these guys information about your position, right? Because up until this point, they can only assume someone else hit this blast plant, right? They're not assuming that it's Kindred. These players aren't that good, right? Someone hit this plant, we don't know who it is. Oh, it's Kindred. Now Elise is probably saying help, 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 help. So these guys are going to go rotate and help. We see Kindred. Elise, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's eyes are on you, right? They can't make these obvious movements anymore, right? Need to be more deceptive. I don't even think Elise shit on you, man. You shit on yourself, bro. If that makes any sense at all. Wow. How does this play even work? Where's Elise? Oh. Did they kill Cassante? Yeah, it's the snowball effect, right? You die, so your allies die. Yeah? You just can't afford to die in solo queue. Dying is just so egregious. You have the mechanics to win games and climb on Kindred, but where you need help with is your pathing and maybe being more aware with like in between camps. You want to be looking at lanes a little bit more and assessing the lane states, right? At least falls off, so you should never give up. That's execution. Not much to say that other than rewatch it, see where you went wrong with the utilization of your spells, and see how you can dodge Aatrox's W. Yeah, I feel like I'm skipping ahead a little bit too much right now. You need the red trinket, man. Really need red trinket. Okay, so we see Elise going up. What on earth is Twitch doing, yo? You guys are making him play topside and he sprints bottom with Cassiopeia. Actually kind of ridiculous, his movement here. But like, you should be so aware of this, right? You should be aware of what Twitch is doing. You should be aware of what Elise and Cassante is doing, and what Veigar's about to do too, right? It can never be like, oh, Veigar's here? I thought Twitch was with him. Twitch left a year ago, right? And you need to be understanding of this, right? Can't make these plays where you're like outnumbered, trying to outplay, right? And look, you are actually outplaying too. That's the fucking crazy part, right? If you just cleaned up your movements just a little bit, pathing a little bit, these games would be a lot easier. But yeah, I think with jungle, it's like all about early game, right? And like all those early game things I said, I think it's just really important for you to understand and try to do. Okay, so Cassiopeia is in base, and you're starting Drake. This is just trolling. At higher ELO, this gets punished, unless you know that the enemies are not there and they're at base 2 or something like that. Ezreal's dead. That's why we go for it. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Aatrox W just always fucks you. I just tell you what to do here. So with Aatrox, it's left or right, right? It's never diagonal, because the length you need to move is longer, right? So you just go here, Q over the wall, and then pump, 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 and then Q back over, right? Because your W is active. That's what you need to do. Simple as. You don't walk all the way to the corner, the long distance, right? And then you live here. That's execution. I think from now, it's just execution, right? It's not much like mental things, or like pathing, right? It's all like execution here. So you know the rift is about to spawn. Look at your allies. Can they help you? Are they helping you? Ping. You need to start pinging too. You're quiet as a mouse when you play League, yo. You just ping, 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 ping. Like I like. You need to start. You know. You gotta lead the troops. That's it. That's how you lead the troops. There you go. Couple pings there. But if your objective right now is Rift, what's your objective right now? Is it to defend the Rift because you know they're taking it, or is it to take the Rift, right? I'm not sure. I don't know what's in your mind. But what I can tell you right now is that you need to be communicating with the team. Yo, bing, 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 bing. Like, not even now. Like, here. Bing, 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 bing. So, Cassante comes. So, Thiago comes. So, Cassiopeia comes, right? Ping, 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 ping. Help, 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 help. Right? You don't want to be the guy who shows up by himself and be like, oh, my team's not here. How come they're not here? They should know. No, they should not know. They're low elo players. And you gotta fucking drag them by the boots. Kicking and screaming. Whining and crying. This is the way of the jungle, okay? Like, there must be just a giant ass there. Like, the thing about solo queue after a certain point is like, it's just a crapshoot. Anything can happen. Someone could DC. You know, like, blah blah blah. Whatever, right? That's why you should never give up. Because anything could happen, right? But also, I tend to only focus on early game things and help you understand and make better decisions so you can win more. So, like, watching this kind of stuff for me is just like, it's whatever, right? It's like, okay, fight. Because it's just constant fighting, right? Like, do you have enough items to supplement the fighting that you're about to do? Right now, I'd probably say no. But because it's the ELO, you're probably going to be looking for more. Now you have the red trinket, 18 minutes into the game. Nice. Yeah, your understanding of his W is wrong every time. You always take the long path to try to escape it. Right? Just constant fighting, right? Where's Elise? Why isn't she... She's 10... And she's running around the bot lane while her team is getting ravaged. Understand what I'm saying? Like, it's just a crapshoot. It's random. It seems like it's random, right? And then boom, you kill her, and then this is where the game changes, right? And you guys start winning probably. I'm gonna stop the video there because that was really nice, and I know you'll climb on Kindred, but hopefully my advice helped. And good luck in the rift.